Hey guys, I'm back with part 5 for this tutorial on how to build this mansion. Here in this one, I'm going to be doing the interior layout for the first floor of the house. I gathered up all the blocks we're using for the floors and the walls, so be sure to grab some dark oak wood planks, spruce wood planks, jungle wood planks, pillar quartz blocks, stone buttons, smooth quartz stairs, white concrete, chiseled quartz blocks, light gray concrete, cyan concrete, brown terracotta, brown concrete, smooth quartz blocks, green concrete, gray concrete, sea lanterns, iron trap doors, and some deep slate bricks. So make sure you have your dark oak wood planks, and we're going to start filling in the floors here at the entrance of the house. So I'm going to flip around and look at this wall, and you see where this glass is. You just want to make sure you're on the second block after it. So we have the diorite here, and then the second block of diorite. Make sure you're on the same layer as this andesite. You could just bring a strip of the dark oak planks all the way from the front to the back like that. And then head on over to this side and do the same thing. So you can see how we're lined up with this second block after this window. We'll do the same thing over here. So we're on this space. We'll have a strip of the planks going all the way to the back once again. And now all of this space in the middle, we are also going to fill in with these planks. So there we go. This section will be the main entrance to the house. So we're going to have the staircase going up to the second floor right here. Now let's make sure to replace these blocks of andesite with the dark oak planks. We'll also do the same here at the front. Alright, so that is the start to the interior. Now let's start filling in some of the walls. So I'll look at this front wall first. We're going to be using white concrete, chiseled quartz blocks, and light gray concrete. So go ahead and switch to the white concrete, and we're pretty much just going to bring it over until we meet up at the edge of the dark oak planks. So we're going to have 2 blocks there. Make sure to get in between the glass, and then another 2 blocks there. And now, let's add another layer of white concrete on top of this. A layer of chiseled quartz. And let's make sure to switch to the smooth quartz stairs. And where you see these stairs on the outside, you just want to go ahead and line up with those and place some more that are upside down here on the inside. And now on that same layer where the remaining spaces are, you can fill in with light gray concrete. And now let's continue going up, and we'll go ahead and add 4 now, just another 3 more layers of the light gray. So it's a total of 4. So we have the 2 layers of white concrete, a layer of chiseled quartz, and then 4 layers of light gray. Now let's look over here at this left side. And we're pretty much going to continue the wall pattern, but we are going to have a doorway right here leading into the living room that's going to be here. And we're going to have another doorway here at the back side for a bathroom that's going to be here. So let's head back on up here to the front. And we're just going to add an extra layer. Oh, hold up. Make sure it's the same pattern. So the 2 layers of white concrete, the chiseled quartz, and then the 4 layers of light gray. So we just have 1 layer that juts out right there. And now you could grab your pillar quartz blocks, and we'll go ahead and bring it up by 5 like that. And then we're going to skip over 4 spaces. So we're on this 5th block. We'll bring up another pillar of 5. And then let's go in between them and have 4 that are sideways along the top. We will end up replacing these so that they're like corner blocks, but we'll do that later. Let's go ahead and grab our smooth quartz stairs and place 1 in each corner of the doorway like that, so it adds a little arch to it. And now let's add 2 extra layers of light gray concrete on top of this doorway. And overall, we have the doorway marked out where we want it. So, once again, this leads into the living room that's here. Now, let's go towards the back side. We're going to line up where we just marked out this wall. So we're pretty much just right on the edge of the dark oak planks. We're going to go all the way here at the back. We're going to continue the same wall pattern. We're going to place 2 blocks of white concrete right here. Oh yeah, then the extra layer on top of that. Chiseled quartz, and then the 4 layers of light gray. And then we're going to have another small doorway right here leading into this bathroom. So you could grab the pillar quartz blocks again. We're just going to bring it up by 4 this time instead of 5 like we did for that one. We're just going to skip over 1 space and have another 4. And then just a sideways one at the top for the middle. And then let's have the extra layers of light gray concrete. And then we could fill in the rest of the space in between these doorways with a wall. So the 2 layers of white concrete, layer of chiseled quartz, and the 4 layers of light gray. So this is what it's looking like so far. Now, let me go on the other side, and we're going to be doubling up these doorways. So we'll go from this side, we'll grab our pillar quartz block, we're going to go in each corner, and just place a pillar quartz block like that so you can see the inside. And then we'll go back on this side and fix these so they're also like that. And then we could actually cover up these corners with the stone button. Let's go back on this side. Let's add the extra 4 spaces at the top, and then the extra 4 going straight up and down underneath. And then we have to add 2 more of these stairs on this side, and these stone buttons. And that's it for the doorway. So now it is 2 blocks thick, so we're going to have these walls for this half, and we're going to have different colored walls on this half. Now, let's go to this one, and we're going to do the same thing. So in each corner, we'll just place it like that. And we'll go ahead and do the sideways one, and then the 3 straight up and down at the bottom. We'll cover up the corner with the stone button. We'll go on the other side, and we'll have these as corners as well, and also cover those up with the button. So, now that's all taken care of. This entire wall is all done. So that's pretty much all there is to it. Let's look at this back side. What we did here at the front, we're going to do here at the back. So we have the 2 layers of white concrete at the bottom. Make sure to bring this over until you're up against this diorite. And then we have the layer of chiseled quartz on top of this. Make sure to have these stairs upside down. And then we have the 4 layers of light gray concrete. So, we have the back wall filled in, we have this wall right here, we have the front wall, so now we'll focus on this side. We have to make a quick adjustment to this bathroom door. There should be 2 spaces here. I ended up placing 2, but then I forgot that we're going to have an extra layer on this wall. So you should still see 2 spaces of the wall here at the left of this doorway. So we just have to pretty much shift it over by 1 block. So, let's go ahead and do that. Real quick, simple fix. So we'll pretty much just delete this right here. And we'll move it over. And then we have to delete this and move it over to here. Alright, so it is now right here. And we have the 2 layers of the wall at the left side of it. So, let's go ahead and fix this. So these will be corners. Sideways there, have these straight up and down. Cover these up with the stone button. Fix these, and stone buttons again. And there we go, real quick and simple. We'll go back up to the front. We'll grab our white concrete. We're just gonna have an extra layer right here, just like how we did it for that side. And then we'll have another doorway. So it's not going to be as big and tall as that one. It's going to be pretty much what I consider a normal size doorway for my builds. So it'll be 4 blocks like that. We'll skip over 2 spaces, have another 4. We have the 2 sideways at the top. We'll go on the other side and we'll double it up. So we'll have the corners right there. And then just add the extra layer. We'll cover these corners up with the stone button. We'll go on the other side, fix these, and have the stone button again. And now we have to add 3 layers of the light gray concrete on top of this. Okay, now let's line up with this side. So right along the edge of the dark oak planks, we'll go towards the back. And we're going to be adding 2 extra layers. So we'll add the rest of the wall. And now the same door that we did right there will be here towards the back. So the 4 layers, skip over 2, have another 4, 2 sideways in the middle, go on this side, add the corner, the extra layer, stone button, go on the other side, fix these, have the stone button again, then the extra layers of light gray concrete, and now all of this space right here in the middle will be the rest of the wall. So now, when we walk through the front door, this is pretty much what we're going to see. This is the entrance of the house. So here at the left is where the staircase will be going. There's going to be a little hallway right here, another doorway, and yeah. So, this is how it should be. When we look at the left, we have a doorway here with 1 space towards the left of it. And then here at the back, we have 2 spaces to the right of it for this doorway. And then we have the bathroom door, 2 spaces here to the left of it. We have this big doorway here and 1 space towards this right side. We'll go towards this right side. We'll do this living room and the bathroom next. So I'm going to start gathering up all the blocks we're going to be using for each individual room. So we're going to head on to the living room next. So make sure you have your spruce wood planks, the white concrete, smooth quartz blocks, gray concrete, pillar quartz blocks, and stone buttons. So I'm going to start by filling in the floors first. So we'll look at this wall where the big doorway is. We'll go towards the right of it, right down here at the bottom, and we'll place 7 going towards the right. So it's like that. So we're 1 space away from the edge of where this doorway is, and we're right up against this one. So just 7 like that. Now, let's look at this side. We're going to go right in between pretty much like these big sections here. So right down the middle, we'll have a strip of these spruce wood planks like that. And now, we pretty much just want to fill in all this space here for the living room. So we'll go back to where the 7 is, and we'll bring a strip straight across from one side to the other like that. And now you can see exactly where the living room is going to be. So we're going to fill in all of this space here. So there we go, filled in the floors with the spruce wood planks here for the living room. Now let's start marking out the walls. So make sure you have your white concrete. We'll just look at this big doorway first. We'll go towards the left of it and fill in the 2 spaces remaining right there. And then we'll go ahead and bring a strip straight across this wall. Like that. And now we want to do a little bit something different here. So we're going to bring out 1 block right there. And then we're actually going to replace this diorite with our actual wall. So you could go ahead, we'll start by replacing that first block with white concrete. And then we'll have another block of white concrete starting here. So we're right on the edge of the spruce wood planks. So we just placed 1. Now we want to go towards the left of that along the edge of the planks by another 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you should still see 2 blocks remaining here. So we have a total of 9. And now, let's go out from the corner of that. We'll have 1. So we're going to match it up to that side. So we'll have another one like that. And there we go. So we have 2 corner blocks here. 2 corner blocks here. And now from the corner of this one, we'll go ahead and start here. And bring a strip straight across. Up until that wall. And now, you can connect this up against the doorway. Alright, so now, this is what it's looking like from up above. Get a little idea of how it should be. Now let's have another layer of white concrete on top of this. Make sure to skip over all these windows. Once you reach here, just replace that block of diorite. Continue on. Alright, and now grab these smooth quartz blocks. Once again, just like how we just did that white concrete, you just want to have a layer of the quartz on top of this, replace that block of diorite. And now you could grab your gray concrete, and we're going to have 4 layers on top of that smooth quartz. Just to the same height as the walls that we placed for the main part, like the main entrance of the house. So we'll just go throughout here, go around these windows so that it's looking like this. And then once we meet up with the corner of that diorite, once again, we'll be sure to replace it. So right here, these 4 layers of the diorite, replace all of that. And now you can kind of see a little bit better how this is looking. So it's just the part of the actual wall that we're going to have there, it won't be the diorite. And now, I'll look above again. This is what the room is looking like. Let's look at this wall here. I'll go ahead and mark out where this doorway is going to be. And then we'll head on over to this side and do this bathroom. But first, since we're here, I want to go ahead and mark out this doorway. So let's look at this right side. We just want to make sure to leave 3 spaces here. So we're lined up with this 4th block. And we'll carve out starting here, working our way towards the left, 4 spaces. And then we're left with 2 spaces here at the left. Okay, now let's bring this up by an extra 3 layers. So now we have a 4x4 hole. Grab your pillar quartz block, and we're just going to start shaping out this doorway. So we have the 4 layers going up like that, 2 at the side, or like 2 sideways at the top. We'll go on this side, add the corner, 2 sideways, the 3 straight up and down underneath. Cover up the corner with the stone button, go back on this side, fix these corners, and some more stone buttons like that. So at the original build, we walk into here and this is a bedroom, but I'm thinking what I'm going to do is actually flip around the rooms. So this was a bedroom, and then this other side was the pool table room. I think it'll make more sense since we have the living room here to actually have the pool table room right next to it. And then over on this side will be the bedroom instead. I think it'll just work out a little bit better. So we have the living room and pool table room right next to each other. Let's head on over to this side now, and we'll start marking out the floors and walls here for this bathroom. So I have the 3 blocks we're going to be using. I have the deep slate bricks, the pillar quartz blocks, and the cyan concrete. So the deep slate bricks are going to be used for the floors, so you can pretty much just fill in all of the space that you see down here. So we have those floors filled in. Now you could grab your pillar quartz block, and we're going to have 2 facing straight up and down at the bottom. And we're just going to go along the edge. And make sure once you meet up with the window, don't cover it up like that. Just add 1 layer there and then continue on with the 2. Then back to the 1 and back to 2. Just make sure to skip over all those windows. So now, this bathroom is 4 blocks wide. And then we just have that going to there. So let me make sure to count it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So this bathroom is pretty long. And now, on top of that, we'll add the cyan concrete. It'll meet up to the same height as the rest of the walls, which I believe is 5 additional layers. Let's be sure to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, we'll go all the way around and continue with this concrete. And there we go. Pretty simple for the bathroom. And it's pretty small, so it was pretty quick. So now, we have the main entrance of the house all marked out here. Towards the right, we have the living room. And then we have the bathroom. So, I'll head on over here towards the left now, and we have the dining room and the kitchen. Oh yeah, also, real quick before I forget, here at the front entrance, I really don't like how the dark oak planks are kind of like on the outside here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab these quartz bricks and replace this strip here. Oh, well, that didn't work. Hang on. Okay, let me go ahead and fix that. So I would just rather this be the quartz bricks right here instead of the dark oak planks. And let's gather up all of the blocks we're going to be using for this dining room next. So for the dining room, make sure you have your jungle wood planks, white concrete, chiseled quartz blocks, brown concrete, and brown terracotta. We'll start with the jungle wood planks. We'll look over here at this wall where the doorway is. We'll go towards the left of it and just bring over 4 of the planks like that to start off the floors. And then over on this side, we're going to be right down the center of this piece here again, just like we did over there on the other side. So we'll bring this over until we're lined up at the edge of the jungle planks there. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now we could just connect these together. So bring a strip straight across. And now all this space right here will be the jungle wood planks. And now this is all of the space for the dining room. So now let's start marking out all of the walls. Make sure you have your white concrete. We'll go towards the right side of this doorway and fill in the 2 blocks right there. And now for this wall, we'll just bring it straight across up until that diorite. And then right here at the end, we'll bring out 1 block there. We're going to replace this corner of the diorite with white concrete there at the bottom. So we're going to be doing the same thing that we did over here in this corner with the 2 corners like that. Let's head back over. So we have this one, then 1 here, and now we're going to be lined up with this block of the diorite. We're going to start here and bring it over by 7, which should meet up at the edge of the floors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now I'm actually just going to place 1 more block here. I'll go over to this side and bring over 4, so we're right at the edge of our wood again, and add an additional block there. I don't want to fill all of this in with a wall and then just end up replacing it with a doorway anyway. That'll be a waste of time because there is going to be a pretty big doorway right here, so we might as well just leave it open, and we'll do the doorway at the same time as the walls. So that's pretty much it for the main part of the walls. Looking good. Now let's add a layer of the chiseled quartz on top of this. Replace this block of diorite. It's looking like this. And now instead of continuing the walls, I think it'll make more sense to go ahead and do the doorway first. So grab your pillar quartz blocks, these stone buttons, and then we're also going to need the smooth quartz stairs. So we'll look at this wall. Grab your pillar quartz block, and we'll just bring up 5 on each side. And then we'll have the sideways ones at the top going straight across. We'll go on the other side, add the corner, sideways along the top again, and then the 4 straight up and down underneath each corner. Go on this side and fix these corners. Stone buttons. And then we'll add the upside down smooth quartz stairs so it looks like a little arch to the doorway. And now I think we'll go ahead and do the walls. It'll make things a lot easier. So grab your brown concrete, and I'll just start over here at this wall towards the left of the doorway, and we'll bring up, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 blocks in height with a strip of brown concrete. Now we'll switch to the brown terracotta, have a strip right next to that, and we're just going to keep doing that pattern back and forth with the brown concrete and brown terracotta. And we just want to make sure to skip over all the corners. So we'll have another strip of brown right here, and instead of filling in this corner, let's say if we were to do that, it'll be brown terracotta, and then we would go back to the brown concrete, and you can see how these are both side by side. So we want to make sure to not fill in any of the corners because we don't want any of the colors to be side by side. So we're going to skip right over that, and instead of having the brown concrete here, it'll be the brown terracotta. So it all flows together nicely. Now above this doorway, we're just going to have 2 layers. So we have the brown concrete, terracotta. I'll just keep bringing this over. Fill all this in. So it's like that, looks good. Continue on, we have the brown concrete there, so that means there's going to be terracotta next to that. Skip over that corner, jump right on into the brown concrete. So we'll just continue bringing this all the way over until we meet up with that diorite wall. And now this diorite will be replaced with the brown concrete. And then back to the terracotta. Skip over that corner, jump right on into the brown concrete. Now we have to go above these windows. And then skip over that corner, jump right on into the terracotta if you have brown concrete there. And everything worked out perfectly. So, there we go. That is going to be the pattern for the walls here in the dining room. So we have the layer of white concrete, the layer of chiseled quartz, and then the rest of it is the pattern between the brown concrete and brown terracotta. Now let's look at this wall over here and mark out the doorway leading into the bedroom that we're going to have here. So you could just carve out 4 spaces right down the middle, leaving 1 space on each side. Bring it up by a total of 4 in height, so now it'll be a 4x4 hole, and we're just going to have the same doorway design that we have right here. So you could just go on this other side and add the extra layer. And now, fix these corners. And there we go. So now we have this doorway leading into the bedroom that we're going to have here. So, let's look back again. We have the entrance of the house, we have the living room, we have a bathroom back there. This is the dining room, and now let's go ahead and do the kitchen right here. Here for the kitchen, we're going to be using the pillar quartz blocks, the white concrete, and the chiseled quartz blocks. We're going to start by marking out the walls first. So grab your white concrete. I'll just look at this wall where the big doorway is. I'll go towards the left here and fill in these 2 remaining spaces. And then we'll go ahead and bring this over until we're up against that doorway. So a little L shape like that so far. We'll go to the left of this doorway, fill in the remaining 2 spaces there. And then we're going to fill in this entire wall up until that diorite. Like that. And then we'll go ahead and bring this over until we're at the edge of the diorite there. Okay. And now we actually want to replace this corner part of the diorite. So we'll start with this first block, replace that. And then you could just go right next to this one and we'll bring it over by 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we have one more block here going into the edge of that doorway. So when we look over here, we'll start, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we made sure to replace this corner of the diorite. And then we started right here after that and filled in 4. Now on top of all that white concrete, let's have a layer of the chiseled quartz blocks. Replace this corner here. Continue on. And now you can switch back to the white concrete and we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 layers on top of that chiseled quartz. So we have all the walls marked out here for the kitchen. Once again, make sure to replace that corner block of the diorite that was right here. Or wait, no, it was right here with the white concrete. Now make sure you have your pillar quartz blocks and we're going to start filling in the floors. So we're going to have a little bit of a crisscross pattern with these. So we'll start up against the jungle wood planks. Every other block will have a pillar quartz like that, facing in this direction. And then the other spaces will be in the opposite direction. So we have these ones that are like straight on and these ones that are sideways. And now where the sideways ones are, we'll have one that's straight on. And where the ones that are straight on are, we'll have ones that are sideways. So now you can see how the pattern is looking. We'll continue on. So we have one that's on its side here. So what we'll go ahead and do is just place 2 like that. It'll make it easier. And then right next to this, we'll have one on its side. And then over here, we'll do the same thing. So you can see how that one's sideways. We're going to have to do a little something like this. Just place one, place another. And then sideways right there. So we have this entire side taken care of. And now we could just continue on. So every other block will be like this. All the other spaces sideways. And then starting right here will be a sideways one. So we have to kind of just place a little something like that. And then we'll carry on. Okay. So this is what it's looking like. I'm going to continue doing that for the rest of the space, which is like pretty much the other half. So the kitchen is pretty much done. Make sure not to forget about the space here in between this doorway. So it'll be like that. Okay, so now the floors here for the kitchen are all done. The walls are all done as well. So this is all looking pretty good so far. Dining room, kitchen, entrance, living room, bathroom. So now let's do that bedroom and pool table room next. So I'll jump on into this side to the bedroom first. So here for this bedroom, we're going to be using the Junglewood planks, light gray concrete, chiseled quartz blocks, and white concrete. So we'll start with the Junglewood planks, and we'll just fill in all of the space that we see in here. So I'll start here where the entrance is, and just bring it straight across from one side to the other. So all of that is now filled in. Now let's do the walls. So make sure to start with the light gray concrete. We'll just look at this wall first where the entrance is. We'll go to the right side of that doorway. We'll place a block of light gray concrete there. And then another one right in front of it. And then one over towards the right. And then we'll bring over light gray until we meet up with that corner with the diorite. And now we're just going to go right around it. So where this light gray concrete is, we'll place a block there. One block in towards that wall. Bring this straight across. And then once again here. So where the light gray is, place one over. Bring this straight across. And do it one more time. So one here, one over. And bring this into the doorway. So now each corner of the room has a block that juts out. Adds a little bit of a shape to the room. If you don't like how that looks and would rather have the room a square without any pretty much curves in the corner, then you could go ahead and just pretty much completely remove them like that. So now the room will be a square. But I think it looks cool to have these in the corner. Adds a little bit of a neat shape to the room. Now let's add, I'll go ahead and have an additional layer of light gray on top of this. And then we'll do the layer of the chiseled quartz. And now you can see we have some big windows here. So we'll go ahead and start out by adding 7 additional layers of white concrete on top of that chiseled quartz. So I'll just start at this wall first. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there will be a 7th block. So let's go ahead. I'll actually go right in between this window. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So now you can see we're just one block above the glass here. So just on top of where you see all of the chiseled quartz, just add 7 additional layers of white concrete. Just bring it up till as far as you actually can bring it. In this case, we pretty much just covered up all that diorite that was there. Make sure to go in between these windows, above the windows. So this is what this section's looking like so far. Let's go above the doorway. We'll bring this up to the same height right there. So that looks good. We'll continue along this wall. Like that. So it's all at the same height. Let's keep going. We have the 3 spaces here and at this corner. And now let's fill in this entire wall. This is good. Continue on. And make sure once you reach this window here, we're going to actually grab our smooth quartz stairs and have one facing up and upside down like that. We'll go ahead and continue the white concrete along the roof. So pretty much for the rest of this wall here. So it's like that. And now let's continue on and fill the rest of this section in. And for now, what I'm actually going to do is leave the room exactly as it is, and we'll do the ceiling in the next video when we start doing the interior for the second floor. So I feel like if I start doing this, it'll just cause the video, like this video, to be a little bit too long. So I'll leave this for the next one after this one. So the room will be left as it is for now. Let's head on to the other side, and we're going to be doing the exact same design over here. I'm just going to be using different colored walls. So for this side, we're going to be using the spruce wood planks, light gray concrete, smooth quartz blocks, green concrete, and smooth quartz stairs. So we'll start with the spruce wood planks and fill in the floors. We have the floors all filled in like this. Now let's go ahead and do the walls. We'll start with the light gray concrete, and we're just going to be marking it out where it was at the other side. So for this doorway, I'll just go to the left side of it first. We'll fill in these 3 blocks, and then on this 3rd block, we'll bring it out and over. So we're just going right along the diorite, so right around it. Bring this over, just right around that diorite again, bring it over, right around it again. And then over here, we're gonna bring it over until we're up against that diorite. We'll bring it out, and then over until we're lined up with it, and then we'll bring it in towards that doorway. So there we go. That's all looking good. Let's add the extra layer on top of that. And then on top of the light gray here, we're gonna have a layer of the smooth quartz blocks. And then we'll have it'll be 7 extra layers of green concrete after that. And once again, make sure once you reach this window here, we're going to have the stair facing up and upside down, and we're going to completely fill in this side. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this room as it is for now, and we'll do the ceiling in part 6. And I'm actually also going to leave it at that here for part 5, so that's all we're going to be doing. So we did the entire interior layout for the first floor of the house. We just have to do all of the ceilings now. Alright guys, that's going to be it here for part 5 for this tutorial on how to build this mansion. If it helped you, be sure to please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in part 6.